I am resident of Colorado for YouTube. Joe Sains that is Whippity Ellen Gallant that is Whippity Patrick McCray. We're here to review The Apartment, which stars Jack Lemmon. Shirley MacLaine is in this. Fred McMurray, uh, worst husband ever.
Total.
Oh, I don't know
Total
about that.
D-bag. But he's
One
a
of them.
D-bag, though.
Or is one of them, at least. So when did you guys first see this movie, Alan?
I probably saw it before I fully understood it. So I was probably in my early teens when I saw this
Wow.
movie. Yeah. Again, I was a television kid. Anytime there was any of that sort of thing available, and
Yeah.
I would watch a lot of that. I was weekend movies, everything. So, yeah.
That was such an odd strip that they would have, on the weekends, especially the UHF stations
Mm.
that would just show, 4 or 5 movies in a row. And you'd get everything from this to the Bowery Boys.
Yeah, it was filler for the weird
to the
talk
Ritz
shows.
Brothers and War Paint. They had War Paint with Tyrone Power seemingly
God.
every goddamn week. I mean it. It's like, again, who has this thing for War Paint?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like I missed out because in the 70s and into the 80s, there was a lot of local access stations in the New York City area, tons of them. And there was one guy that was especially infamous that had his own show. It was sort of a talk show thing that he did. And he was called Ugly George.
Ugly George.
Ugly George. He was this crass weirdo, and he would have people on, and some famous people would come on the show because he got infamous for having this UHF local access show on. One of those channels that would go dark for like 17 hours a day, and the rest of it was weird stuff.
I thought you were going to say Midnight Blue.
No.
With Al Goldstein.
Yes, well, I mean, Ugly George was kind of an Al Goldstein kind of guy. He was very crude and would show up on set nude and do weird shit. He absolutely. Sorry, I had to get that in. But yeah, in terms of that kind of stuff, local television, when I was coming up, still had a lot of dead time to fill, especially on the weekends. If there was no sports going on, it had to be film. You shove films in there. We had our own horror host who was famous in New England by the name of Eddie Driscoll.
Okay.
He had a show called Weird, and he had a couple of different characters. One of his characters was a caveman, and another one was a Martian with a third eye in his forehead named Crandall. And he would do these skits. He wrote these skits in between, reels.
Now, what about Joe Franklin? Was he one of the? Did he have an actual show on a real
Not
channel?
my area anyway.
Okay.
I didn't have any contact with him at all. But there were a lot of ones in New England. I think, Danielle knows tons of those people, both then and now, because there's still kind of those public accessy horror hosts all over the place. Even now, there are people doing it. So, or they're doing it on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, this was one of dozens and dozens of movies that I saw, like on Friday nights or Saturday afternoons or whatnot, for when there was time to fill on the local stations. They were all network affiliates, but they didn't always carry every single thing the network did on the weekends. So,
Patrick, when did you first see this movie?
I don't know. All I'm thinking about is if Danielle and I had a production of Love Letters, would it be as Danielle or would it be as Penny Dreadful? Or would it alternate every night?
Interesting.
I'm just wondering.
If she were going to do it as Penny Dreadful, you would have to come up with some kind of matching character.
No, I don't think so. I think that would be the
joke.
Thing. That would be
Yeah.
the thing. This completely average guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd go see either production.
Yes.
When did I first see this movie? I saw this movie when I was in graduate school. And it was one of these Billy Wilder things Carl loaned to me. And I took it back to Louisiana, and my girlfriend and I watched it. And we loved it. We thought it was great.
Cool.
It is a movie. I was talking to Alan about this earlier. That I mean, I find slow to the point of turgid at times in the middle, but it's building up in a classic,
Mhm.
Harold Clurman realism kind of sense. It's building your belief in these characters and your slow investment in these characters, just the way you would in real life, so
Yes.
that the last reel, you're in tears the
Yeah,
whole
the
time.
last 25 minutes is just amazing.
You're just
Incredible.
devastated.
Yeah.
You're just devastated by everything that goes on.
Yeah.
And it's I just watched it just now, and I'm still emotionally drained.
Yeah, this is one of the movies that I was really glad that they decided to have some kind of a positive resolution at the end of it. Really glad, because you invest so much in that last half hour. So much. I mean, you don't realize how much you're investing in it earlier, when it's starting to manipulate you and bring you in and do all these things. But the characters, are particularly, Cece and the girl are just they're being buffeted around by the winds of power that they have little control over. They try to have control over them, but they really don't. And it's really good when the jerk gets his comeuppance. It's so good. He just walks out on him. She's not in the chair anymore, and she's just gone. It's perfect. It's wonderful. No, you don't need to have any freaking scene of her getting up and
That's right.
away. None of that needs to happen there.
It's so economical.
Yeah.
And it says so much. And anything more would be a letdown.
Yeah.
Her walking into that gunshot, or what she thinks is the gunshot,
right,
is enough to just stop your heart.
Oh, absolutely. The first time I saw it, I said, "Oh my God," because you just saw him with the gun.
I lost it all over again at that moment. Even though I knew it was a champagne bottle, it didn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joel, how about you? When did you first see this?
I actually first saw this in 1998 when TCM showed when Jack Lemmon was the star of the month for TCM.
Cool.
It was this. It was The Odd Couple. It was
hell of a month.
Yeah.
Let's see. Some Like It Hot.
Yep. Another Billy Wilder film.
Mr. Roberts. So I saw a bunch of movies.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, he was in a ton of stuff. And
Jack Lemmon sold his soul to Satan to get the best agent on the planet.
Yeah, which was Satan.
Who was it? Was it Swifty?
Yeah, I think so.
It was Swifty. Yeah,
bizarre. Yeah, I think so. Swifty was a character. That's somebody should. Well, they have done a documentary on him, I think, somewhere. But somebody should make an actual biopic on him.
I wrote a published comic. This is an alternate universe comic about Elvis, where Swifty basically gets to muscle in and fire Tom Parker.
Oh, too
and
bad
take
that didn't
over
happen in real life.
Yeah, I know. No, it was my wish fulfillment, and took over Elvis's career and got him cleaned up. Sent him to Betty Ford. And suddenly he's playing Han Solo in Star Wars.
I was about to say he would have another movie career.
Yeah,
where he wasn't like where he wasn't like sniffling around clam bake, God. But yeah,
where he was in Star Is Born with Barbra Streisand.
That was one of that was actually a thing. They were going to try to get him,
and it would have been phenomenal.
Would have been, but of course Parker scotched it. So. What are you going to do?
An asshole. I hate him.
I know. And if anything, Elvis, the only thing that he didn't really ever get to experience was a good acting career. And he started off really well. Love Me Tender was a great role. He actually did a great job in that movie. And then he put him in all of those silly
the race car movies with Bill Bixby.
Race car movies or Change of Habit, weird stuff. But Colonel Tom had a gambling addiction and he had to feed it constantly. So
that's how
Elvis ended up at the International. because Parker owed them, the casino there, a lot of money.
Mm.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Anyway, yes, Jack Lemmon is fantastic.
Back to Jack Lemmon. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think Shirley MacLaine, you're right, she's very innocent in this movie. Her character comes across
She's
as that.
amazing. She just tears your heart out.
Yeah, very beautiful, very attractive woman. And her character is, she's not, what I love about her most is because some women, when you see this kind of movie, they can be naive. And it's like she's not. At first she is, but not for long.
You would think because she's playing the young sylph, she's playing the, you know, the gammon and all of that sort of thing with a short haircut and the cutie pie and all that stuff. But she would have been underrated and underappreciated in her time as a young actress. She was not. She was appreciated. She was thought of as a fine film actress, even at a young age, and she was.
Yeah.
I definitely love the set designs in this, the apartment itself.
Oh, that apartment's great.
The fact that this guy's sitting he goes to his cubicle to his office because he's been letting the people he works for use his apartment for extracurricular activities. As one guy goes, "Hey, I can't do it in a car. I don't no.
It's a Volkswagen.
It's a
Yes,
Volkswagen."
and you actually get to see the Volkswagen at one point. No, it's great, and also the whole thing about the apartment milieu and all of the stuff. Jack Lemmon gets to be the frenetic comedian Jack Lemmon at the first like quarter to third of the movie.
I have a question.
It kind of layers after that.
I have a question for Alan or Jewel. Was there a shocking element to this movie when it came out because of its frankness about this kind of thing and the fact that it doesn't really moralize a lot on it?
It's not. It's less shocking and more of the sophistication. We're now in the 60s, folks. Maybe shocking to some people, sure.
Yeah,
but more of that sort of urban sophistication, that urbanity that was very popular in the late 50s into the early 60s. Was,
you know,
stuff.
I appreciated that, especially in the last reel when the brother-in-law shows up.
You know,
and we see how Lemmon handles it.
Yeah.
And that's
in reality, it's not like, you know, he's going to be a big stud because he's not a stud guy.
No. And you kind of see a new man, a new model of manhood that was coming along anyway. You know, that sort of that post-Playboy magazine, you know, model of manhood. Yeah. And you see it evolving right in front of you with how he
takes his lumps.
Yeah.
He takes his lumps right in front of her and he doesn't like lose his mind. You know?
Now, you want to see a movie that was probably shocking for its time that I think is made before this movie, I believe. Sweet Smell of Success.
Yes, 1957 or 58, Sweet Smell of Success. Yeah, that was a cynical, sophisticated, and yet shocking film. Absolutely. Yep.
Tony Curtis at his worst. And I don't mean acting, I just mean as a despicable character.
Yeah, the character is despicable. Absolutely despicable. There was also another movie with around the same time with Andy Griffith. What was it called?
Roar of the Crowd?
Yes, something like that.
We did a thing on that.
A Face in the Crowd.
Face in the Crowd, yeah.
Face in the Crowd, where he becomes this insanely diabolical, egomaniacal character. And he doesn't start out that way, so it's a development. I mean, it's Andy Griffith at his finest in terms of developing a character.
Now, in terms of sleazy protagonists, there's another Billy Wilder movie that really works, and that's Ace in the Hole.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sort of about the Floyd Collins situation.
Yeah.
Joel, have you ever seen that? Ace in the Hole?
No.
Oh, man. You would like this movie. It's about a Floyd Collins type guy who's in a landslide in a mine. And they can't really get him out, but they can interview him. And Kirk Douglas plays the guy taking full advantage of that.
Yeah. And so basically it's another movie where you get that cynicism about how fame works and how the fame machine works, and how these people kind of take advantage of people. Much the same way as the Tony Curtis character is kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In the 50s, you had some very jarring movies. I mean, this, Sweet Smell of Success, Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. I mean,
It's,
there were
I'm glad you included that.
there
Yes.
there
Well, I
were
mean
some
that has its own pantheon. That
right.
movie goes right in there with Satan in High Heels and
Yeah.
some of those kind of things. They're very much exploitative, but at the same time, there's something extra in them.
Yeah, there really is. And this movie too has McMurray's character. He's a sleazeball, but I think too by this time he was used to playing sleazeballs. I mean, when you this isn't Double Indemnity quite.
No, he's not.
It's
He's not that kind of villain. He's definitely not. It's definitely not Double Indemnity, but he is a sleazebag. So yes, and he
What
had
a
played.
risk.
Yeah,
What a risk they did when they made My Three Sons
yeah, yeah.
to make him this mellow TV dad.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
But he's very good.
He is
yeah,
very
it
good.
is. Yeah,
Um, and not only did he do that, but Disney got a hold of him and did
Rubber,
Flubber and all that
Absent-Minded Professor. I love those movies. God, they're good.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Fred was such a great actor that too. He could play.
He turned into the most establishment actor ever because he went into family films and television, but he was also incredibly powerful and wealthy, and
Yeah.
he basically had his own way whenever he did roles after a certain point in the 1950s because he was a star.
Follow me, boys. I
Yeah.
saw that on the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those weird Disney re-releases when they had nothing else to do. So let's do Never a Dull Moment again.
It seemed like every other month there was a television commercial heralding the re-release of a Disney film when I was growing up.
Boatniks. I mean, yeah.
I would say that the character he plays here isn't even the most despicable character he plays.
It's Double Indemnity.
Well, I'll give you one bit. I'll give you the Cane Mutant.
Oh my God!
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Jose Ferrer really hands him his lunch in that.
Oh yeah, that's a great scene. That's a fantastic,
Yeah.
and it doesn't happen unless McMurray's character is really believably despicable.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Mhm.
But
He's just a snake.
yeah,
Total snake.
but he's so good in it too, though.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely, absolutely.
like credit to Humphrey Bogart for excelling stuff.
Oh well, I mean, everybody thinks of Bogart first, but there's so many fine performances in
Yeah.
that film.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think Queeg has ever been played properly. I really don't.
Yeah.
I directed the play. You know.
You
Which
think
is-
of him as more sympathetic than he's been
No.
portrayed?
No.
Less so.
I think of him as this big, smiling, glad-handing figure, desperate to be liked. This is when he's in the trial.
Right.
There are so many clues in this that he's desperate to be liked, but he's not likable.
Right.
And so he's just rejected by the guys. Oh, and then he has the yellow stain humiliation and all of that, and it just is too much for him to handle.
It's like Willie Loman if Loman could internally recognize all of the slights he takes.
Yes. So he's got a great big smile and almost creepy, like too much Dale Carnegie. Maybe just recently, maybe since he was on the ship.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him really creepy in the story for me. And I only realize it's one of those things you only realize after you're done with the production.
Right.
And so I'm ready to do it again. Now, LA Theater Works did an audio production of that starring David Selby.
Yes, I remember when that happened. Yes.
Yeah, and Selby's great as Queeg.
Yeah.
Cool. What's some of you guys' favorite scenes in this movie?
Oh, the whole thing where the doctor shows up and really shows his mettle and saves her life, and they go through the whole thing of getting her revived and that whole thing. Amazing. It grabs you. It just grabs you. This guy and his wife next door who, disapprove of his supposed lifestyle, but love this guy. They absolutely love this guy.
For me, it's the last reel.
Mhm.
is just phenomenal. It ties everything together and properly overshadows it, which is what a last reel should do.
Right. Right.
The whole build up to before he comes in and discover before the guy comes in and discovers her body on the bed, and
Right.
she took the sleeping pills,
Yes.
and he's just he's like, come on, get out of bed. Like,
Right. And
oh
he's got the other woman, the
yeah,
secretary in the
yeah,
house.
and then
Yeah.
he's got to usher her. He's basically ushering her out. She's like, my husband will be here. Go get him. I don't care.
Right. It's weird because he's not playing it for laughs. It's sort of mildly amusing
Yeah.
in places, but he's playing that same timing that you would play for laughs, that freneticism of going around and trying to find shit, but he's using it just focused,
Yeah,
totally focused. And so it doesn't come across as farce. It's like I say, it's amusing in places because
it,
lemon is lemon, but
it,
it's
it,
also like, oh my God,
mm,
there's that
It's
element.
very well written in terms of the side characters, and it's very well cast in terms of the side characters. I
Oh
mean,
my
Ray
God, Ray,
Walston.
yeah, he's just like, this is his audition. He ends up getting probably within a year, he gets My Favorite Martian.
Yeah,
On top
yeah.
of like 5 years.
And you got to wonder though, what on earth did the producers of My Favorite Martian see in this to
Mhm.
make them think this is a guy? But he's wonderful.
He's wonderful in this, and they probably also looked at him playing Mr. Applegate in Damn Yankees too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But then you have David White as a heterosexual,
Yes.
which threw me off. I
Trying
remember
awfully hard.
That
He's
office
really
scene,
trying hard.
the office scene where you're looking at all the guys, and you go back and say, "What? Oh, David White?
Yes.
Who's he taking?
He's got his cap set for the
One of the
boss.
stock boys."
Yep. Yeah. No coded performance in this particular. Perhaps it should have been, but it wasn't.
It would have been great. It would have, and I love David White. It
Yes.
would have been great. He's
Yes.
my favorite J. Jonah Jameson.
Yes.
I think my favorite thing is too in this movie is Fred McMurray himself, because this man is never going to leave his wife for her.
No, it's
Well, of course not.
that's the
Right.
terrible. That's his terrible character. I mean, and it's also stereotypical.
Because I feel like that's what builds that the popping of the cork note where she thinks she got shot.
Right. But also, the idea that he is finally going to go through with it is because his hand's been forced, because his secretary got sick of him and told his wife. That's the only reason. Otherwise, he plays this game forever. He just keeps going around and around and around. So that, and then, of course, McClane, when she realizes that, that Cece has dumped his career because he defending her, basically, and then the disappearance right out of the chair that you don't see her leave. He just comes back, ha ha ha, what the hell are you? She's gone because that's all he deserves. He doesn't deserve an argument. He doesn't deserve it anymore. He's already manipulated her and made her cry enough times.
Yeah. I give this movie a 10. It's that good.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's in the file. It's in the 10 file.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
And it's great. It's at the tail end of the great black and white era. The last sort of gasp of the black and white era, except for a few films like,
Who's Virginia
Last
Woolf?
Picture Show and a few films like that throughout the following decades. Of course, the black and white was used, but this was part of that last gasp great era of black and white films.
And just in the name of historicity, people forget that black and white did not exist because they couldn't afford color.
No.
Black and white was your serious.
That was it.
It was like the difference in the 80s and 90s between USA Today and Wall Street Journal.
Sure, absolutely. And also, black and white film had a long history of development and shading and
it just got more and more beautiful.
All of that stuff. They had so many decades to perfect itself.
I mean, look at Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Right.
which I think may be the most beautiful black and white film I've ever seen.
And that's actually out of the tail end of the black and white classic era.
That's right.
Just
That's
after.
right.
So yeah, it's a great film. And Nichols fought for that because they were, oh, we want to bring in color cameras. Well, you can film it in black and white at the same. Yeah, sure. The lighting's going to look really good. Yeah.
Looking back, that was one of our best discussions, I think.
Yeah.
Was the Virginia Woolf discussion. Yeah, it was really good.
Well, I had just done the play too.
That's
so
right.
That was, I was able to sort of give a stage bound view of it as well.
I directed it.
Fun. Yeah.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great stuff.
Everything about it. I mean, that's just a movie you can do over and over again. Now, a question: have you ever seen Promises, Promises? I was talking to Jewel about that before.
I don't think I have, actually.
That's the musical theater version of The Apartment.
Right.
With music by Burt Bacharach.
Right.
Great score, by the way. If you ever hear the score, it's wonderful. Jerry Orbach in the Jack Lemmon part, and really one of the few actors, I think, who could also take on that part and make it his own.
Orbach was good. Fantastic stage.
You couldn't give it to Robert Morris or something like that. It'd be too no. But
too much of a wink and a nod because
that's right.
Morris's bread and butter. So
that's right. Now you can play the Ray Walston part. Fine.
Yes.
But God, Lemmon and Orbach, wow.
Yeah.
That's a gold star cast.
Yep. Absolutely.
Is there anything you guys want to add about the movie before we go?
No, whoever made the choice. So I wasn't there that night. Riot escaped. Alan, that was a good choice.
I had to skip a night because we're in production week and I was totally exhausted last night. So thanks for holding on to it, guys. Because
Jewel, what should we do next?
I have a movie in mind for Saturday. It's a little early for Christmas, but it's my favorite. It's my favorite Christmas movie ever.
Please, what is it?
It's The Man Who Came to Dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Now, Jewel,
it's a Christmas movie and a dessert topping.
Yes,
it is.
Yes.
Now, I will make a suggestion of just something to think about. There was recorded for television a Nathan Lane production.
Yes,
and it's fantastic. It's very good. It's of the stage version, so it's completely faithful to that. Now I'm not saying instead of, but maybe after or along with.
Okay, sure.
I think you would really like it because Nathan Lane's
very
fantastic.
Good. The whole cast is fantastic.
Yeah,
it's really good. So, but obviously we'll do the film.
Yes.
Do you guys have a favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, Christmas Story. Well, two, A Christmas Story and then 1984 Christmas Carol with George C. Scott.
Yeah,
is just, and we've done episodes on both of them.
Yeah,
I think we've done two on A Christmas Story.
Yes, yeah,
and which just remains phenomenal.
Yes, it is
very underrated movie, and I still say that Darren McGavin should have gotten Best Actor or a Best Actor nomination.
You should have been nominated at least.
It was just amazing. What a role
was that? What year was that? 83.
It was 83.
Yeah. Okay.
So same year as The Right Stuff and Terms of Endearment, which we were talking about earlier.
Right. Yeah. So he should have gotten at least a nomination for that. It was fantastic.
Very, very good. And part of the evidence for that is look at the other actors. Timothy Hutton's dad played it, and Charles Grodin.
Jim Hutton. Yeah, Jim Hutton.
Yeah, Jim Hutton played it. Charles Grodin played it.
Yep.
And they couldn't lay a hand on it.
No.
You know who I think would have been good around the time that
I liked Grodin. I thought he was good, but not.
He's just not Darren McGavin in that part. Yeah. You know who I think would have been good though? Shatner.
Oh yeah. Because he could play that straight farce element of it, I think.
Yes.
That overwrought sort of maniacal
and just flaking at a Wrath of Khan in the Moon level at the boilers or at the Bumpus Hound. Just seeing him quake and go, Bumpus Hounds!
Right.
It would have been great.
It would have. I agree.
You know who'd have been good as the team? Michael Landon.
Michael Landon? As the old man? Jewel, I love you because that is a casting choice that I never would have thought of in a million years, and yet I think it's really yeah, sure, I'd watch Michael Landon
Why
do that.
not? Why not? Let's do it.
Michael Landon,
Non-traditional casting, but that's worked before.
You think of the Landon verse, and you think Victor French in that part or something.
Yes.
But what the hell, Michael Landon? Yeah.
Why not? Victor French should be in there somewhere.
I'll see you guys Saturday for the man who came to dinner.
All right.
Yes.
Have a good
Jewel, have a
weekend.
great night.
You too, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.